Thank you all for tuning in to Not Very Radio. My name is Kyle, and today we are listening to Femtanyl's what looks like their debut album, Man Bites Dog. I then went and saw Danny Brown last year, and Femtanyl was one of the openers, and I heard that they were releasing an album, and I'm very excited. Unfortunately, I didn't get to hear their whole set. They were playing when I walked in, maybe about halfway. No, probably less than halfway through their set. So I got to hear a good bit. So I'm excited to get a more album-based sound and better understanding of what they go for. And it looks like this is their debut as well, which I didn't realize. Again, I thought they were around at least for a few years, but maybe they've just been releasing some EPs or singles. Their work has been described as digital hardcore and breakcore. Their music is popular in online spaces and among furries. All right, super cool. People also search for underscores and Danny Brown. I wonder why. Song number 1. Oh, hold on. Quick distraction. Look at this shirt. Isn't this shirt awesome? I don't know if I've wore this shirt before on the channel, but it's one of my favorite little band shirts that I got. Song 1, Body the Pistol, Femtanyl, Man Bites Dog.
You had apologized before, didn't you?
Ooh, that's loud. I can't even hear like any of the vocals underneath this. This is fun, man. This is crazy. All right. Yeah, real crazy opener. Oh, an incredible opening track, super loud, super blaring, very much in that loud electronic, just have everything cranked up and no breaks type of sound. And I'm excited to see how we carry that over to song 2, Video Nasty. Alright, this is a lot quieter. Okay, that's a lot quieter. Making sure that like the sound's not too loud is always so big of a problem. Because I never know if it's going to just all of a sudden crank up even louder, or if they just don't kind of have them all kind of normalized with each other. I'm loving that little like boop 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 synth. This one's got some groove to it. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I was a little nervous about going into this one, but I'm having a lot of fun already. This is pretty fun. I'm not crazy blown away, but it's really fun to listen to. Okay, that was, yeah. Again, really fun, really silly it seemed like. I'm not sure exactly what the lyrics were about. Again, they're not really on Apple Music, so I had to pull them up on Genius, and I don't think I saw anything too much. But again, really great track. Really fun sounds, really high energy, and that's exactly kind of what I was looking for when I was going into this. So, song 3, Sick of It. Yeah, I'm really digging this one already. This one might be my favorite. Way too early to tell, but I love like little glitchy vocal chops and stuff. I'm a sucker for them, and they're all over this track so far. thought we were hitting something there. Oh, that sounds like a guitar. All right, a great song, man. Just from hearing these first 3 songs, I mean, you need something to pick you up in the morning. Don't even bother drinking a cup of coffee. Don't even bother getting something with some caffeine in it. Just listen to this album. This album will wake you up in a heartbeat, man. This thing is moving. It's fun. It's loud. I'm really digging this so far. Let's move on to song 4, Hell Target. That's an awesome name. What a good name. Oh, nice speed up. So I'm reading some of the lyrics, and the first couple of lyrics, I got my head up, I take my nipple, I got my face. Yeah, I'm really digging this one as well. This one's got like more like atmosphere kind of vibes to it. But the drums just help like keep everything moving. Whoa. That was cool. I love that sound. Yeah, we're really kind of like bringing in some atmosphere with these tracks. Dude, this is going hard, man. Oh. Still going a little bit. Sorry, Paul's a bit too early. I don't think we're getting much. Yeah. Sorry, these songs just going right from like one to the other. It's hard to kind of get a pause without going to the next one. But gosh dang, I loved that one as well. And that's something I think like sometimes I think it's easy to tire of this very loud, blasting, blaring sound. And so far, I'm not feeling tired. Like sometimes I think they can start to feel one note after a while, but that one definitely felt more like atmospheric to it than like some of the other ones where it felt like they're just throwing like glitchy synths at you. There were some really cool moments in this one. I love all like the time switch ups that they were doing. Really cool. Song 5, City. I'm gonna assume just because like the vocals are buried most of the time that the lyrics probably don't matter that much. Is that like high pitched synth, dude? That's weird. All right, yeah. Was that a full transition or just a snap from one to the next? But yeah, holy cow, man! This song, these songs and track lists, they're just moving right along. Like there was a couple parts, and for like a half a second, I was like, man, like there was those brief moments where you get like a slight pause, and they'll just kick right back in. I was like, man, I kind of wish we like took that pause a bit longer. And like after it kind of kept going, I was like, actually, you know what? No, I don't. I like the fact that we're just kind of keeping with the adrenaline again. Like this is your caffeine for the morning, man. This will wake you up. It's not taking those breaks. It's not taking that rest time. It'll give it to you just to snap you right back in, but you're not getting that time to just sit or whatever in any kind of sound. They're just going and going. And the drums, man, the drums are crazy. I think they add so much to what's going on here and just kind of keep so much of the track moving. And yeah, just keep so much of it driven, man. It's I'm really impressed right now. Again, I wasn't sure how much I was going to enjoy this, but I'm enjoying this quite a bit. I'm going to back up and see if these transition real quick. So I'm going to go to city, and then I'm going to go to the end and see if it was transition to head up, or if there's just like literally not a second of break between tracks. All right, here we go. And now we're going in head up right about now. Kinda. Oh, I like that synth. Whatever that synth is, it reminds me a lot of like the stuff that's in the Neon White soundtrack by Machine Girl. Pretty much like that kind of respect, you know. Oh, this is like our first little calm down moment we've gotten this whole time, I think. I don't think it's lasting very long. Dude. I love that synth. It sounds so good, man. Okay. Alright, wow, we actually got a pause between songs there. Holy cow, maybe it's because we're about halfway through. They wanted to give us a second between songs. But yeah, another great track. Honestly, I kind of wish we didn't have that little cool down moment there, but again, we're halfway through these tracks. I think we're allowed to have a little bit of breather. But again, I've just been loving just how, like, driven these songs are. I'm not fully aware of all the intricacies of the different genres and stuff, but like I said earlier, there was like the one synth in here that reminded me of like some stuff that like I've heard off of like certain Machine Girl tracks, especially there's one in particular, I can't remember the name of it, but I know it's on the Neon White soundtrack that kind of has like a synth like that. So I guess it's kind of in that alley. I'd kind of associate it, very loud, driven's got like a lot of the breakbeat kind of stuff. If you guys are into some weird, cool electronic stuff, I mean, the genre it says up here for Apple Music is IDM/experimental, which I still feel like is a little vague, but I'm enjoying it anyway. So, yeah, I just kind of want to keep. The thing is, like, I love the momentum. I feel bad, like I feel like I'm stopping the momentum of just all of these fast-paced, high-energy tracks every time I go to talk. But like I need to because there's not a lot of room to talk during the songs. So. Yeah, another great track. Looking forward to the next one. My Head Hurts. Oh boy.
Yes, I've always dreamed of a little girl just like you. I mean, we already have a boy.
Alright, I will say, not nearly as head aching as I was anticipating from a song called My Head Hurts. That other little synth, the thing. Definitely heard that in the Porter Robinson song. I don't know what that sound is. I don't know if it's a common thing, but it's definitely in that Nurture album. All right, that was a completely different vibe than I was expecting. But yeah, it's still a pretty solid track. I just think the cooldown compared to the rest was very much a surprise for me. I'm curious about that little opening sample thing there. If that, if that plays kind of a bigger role in maybe some of the meaning of these songs. Again, I wasn't really looking too deep just because they're so buried in the mix. I kind of assumed that they might not have too much meaning. And when I looked on Genius, it was even saying like some of the lyrics are hard to decipher because of this. So I'm not even sure if some of the lyrics were right. Song number 8, Shows You the Way to the Highway. This one definitely feels like it's got a bit of a different vibe as well, but I'm digging it. I love like the bass line feels a bit more like defined, and the synth feels a bit more defined. Like it feels like we're kind of going less into the Well, I might be speaking too soon. I was going to say something like the glitchiness of the previous tracks, but... Cool. Yeah, another great track. Again, I'm really liking all of these so far. That one definitely felt a little less like glitchy, especially with that main synth kind of taking the lead, and I felt like you really got the bass in there. It almost felt like sounded like a real bass, maybe. I'm not sure if it was, but it felt a bit more like had like this rock energy to it than some of the other tracks, which felt just a bit more like glitchy electronic, fast-paced, high-energy kind of vibes. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised by like some of that in like the diversity there. Maybe once if I go back, I'll hear some of those same features in the earlier tracks. Maybe I'm just picking up on them now. Song number 9, Man Bites Dog. Let's see if this kind of transitions over. I love that like transition there. I just kind of snapped right in. I love that like growling bass underneath. Yeah, well, I have been saying I think some of these other songs down the line have had a bit less like energy to them. I don't think that makes them any less good. I'm really digging this one, and I don't think this one carries as much of that raw, chaotic energy. But gosh dang, is it catchy? Is it got some good sounds going on in here? Yeah, I'm really appreciating this track for not like, again, like I was saying with the early tracks, I felt like they were all just at 100% the whole time. I like that this one kind of pulls back against that, and you get more fluctuation. And now, yeah, now we're just kind of hitting that 100% at the end here. Yeah, again, I like that one kind of was less just 100% the whole time, like the first half of this album I felt like kind of was, and it kind of like fluctuated more. You had a bit more cooldowns, and you had a bit more build-ups to the big, louder moments. Yeah, really great track by Femtanyl. And we're on to the last one now. Is This It? Isn't this a Strokes song? We getting a Strokes cover? I'm just playing.
Baby, Mom? All your friends are here.
I love that little chopped up vocal line there. I'm loving that like really shiny synth that's over top. Man, I wish I had this. I wish I had like all these songs that I knew before I went in and saw them in concert with Danny Brown. So I think it definitely would have like helped my enjoyment if I got a kind of a taste of them beforehand. It looks like we're fading out now. I really dug this whole album. I think this thing was great. I think this last song here was a lot of fun. I do think as we kind of went on, and maybe it's just because I got used to the high energy, I felt like the energy kind of went down a bit, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing, but I think maybe having a bit more of that scattered. And again, maybe I'm being a little delusional. Maybe it's just the fact that it's so punchy and there's a lot of glitches and stuff. So as the track list went on, maybe it was less about it going less energy and more just me getting used to the energy. So it almost feels like it's going down. But I do feel like maybe the track list could have got shaken up, or we could have got some of those earlier tracks towards the end. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm wrong. I think the track listing is intentionally kind of divided so that first half is a bit more like intense and louder, and then the other one's a bit more like atmospheric in like the second half. It seems so. I don't think dividing them. I think it's nice having them in two separate halves. I was wrong.
I'm curious if this is more just like fun reality. I'm saying things for the sake of saying things, or if maybe there is some deeper meanings behind some of this stuff. But this is definitely going to be something I return to. I definitely think it was a lot of fun. And yeah, ultimately, I'm really impressed for Femtanyl's debut album. I think this was a really great, really fun listen. I'm really excited to see what they end up doing next. And yeah, I'm not sure what else there is to say outside of the also really fun looking album art design. I do like giving some credit where it's due. I'm not sure what the. It looks like it's spelling something out, but I'm not even sure what. I'm assuming it says Femtanyl, but it really doesn't look like it. But yeah, if you're into some cool little like glitchy experimental IDM, if that's what you want to call it, loud, very loud, a lot of break beats and cool synths, man, this is definitely something you should check out. I had a lot of fun listening to this. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, you can like the video with the thumbs up button. You can also subscribe if you liked this and you want to see more. If not, that's fine too. And that's it. See you guys in the next video if you want. Love you, mean it. See you, bye.